there, guys, and welcome to episode number 95 of the Practice Acceleration podcast. I'm extremely excited with some special secrets lined up for this episode. If you are listening in the car, thank you so much. But in the future, if you want to see us live on IGTV, hello to you guys.
Hi guys.
Or on the Facebook itself, head on over to Practice Acceleration on Facebook and you can watch us hanging out live. So in this episode, we have the fabulous Neesha Gann. Neesha, introduce yourself.
I'm Neesha Gann. I am the CEO of My Favorite Physio.
Damn straight you are. And we also have, of course, the fabulous Sarah.
Yes, hey guys. If you've just joined us on the live, just type in, hey. We're having a whole heap of fun. We've got Neesha here all the way from Sydney hanging out with us on the couch and looking fabulous, of course.
Absolutely. So Neesha's flown over because we're running a special edition Facebook workshop all day tomorrow. We're going to pull back the curtains and show you some fancy tricks. And I've got Anthony waving behind me, behind the camera. Everyone waving. Anthony, hey Anthony, how you doing?
Hey, Anthony.
Anthony's holding up a form and it says 60. And that means we need to get 60 likes on this live stream. So do the right thing and start clicking like.
Yes.
And for bonus points, please share it with your friends and then message them and say, you gotta like it, damn it, because Anthony wants us to get 60 likes. So inside this episode, we're going to talk about how Neesha is up $564,000 kaboom per year in her practice, hashtag show off. But what we are going to do, obviously, you're running a killer business, you're helping more people, you're building an amazing team, you're creating a legacy, you're helping your family out, you're spending more time with them. What we're going to do is we're now going to go back into the deep dark ages when life, quite frankly, wasn't the same as it is now, in a world before you met us. Dum dum dum.
Dum dum.
Do you even remember that?
Wow, that wouldn't have been much of a lie.
No.
So Sarah, do you want to take us through the first couple of questions?
Yeah, of course. I'm really excited about this. Well, Neesha, because I've had strict instructions with the microphone, I ask the question, then pass it to you, just to be clear on that. Can you take me back, cast your mind back to when we first started, when you first started your business? What made you really get into business ownership?
Yeah.
Tell me about
why
that.
Did you start in business?
Yeah.
Well, back then, I actually started a business because I wanted to save the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I had come back from backpacking around in London, and I thought, I'm going to go save the world now. And so that's why I started. I actually started, and I've got a specialty in pediatric physiotherapy.
Yes.
And back then, it's really unknown, and people don't really do this in private practice. There's only very few of us even now. So I thought I'm going to go out there to this area where nobody wants to go to and save those kids. Even public service didn't provide service there.
Wow.
So
I love
that's
it.
why.
I love it. So that's the reason why you got into business. What's the next one, please, Sarah? Can we see if our clickety click click is working?
Yes, all right. Well, yes, cast your mind back to when you first came across Tristan and Practice Acceleration, okay?
Yeah.
Get that in your mind? Got it in
Yeah,
your mind? Cool.
absolutely.
Well, what I would love to know...
I can remember it.
When you got on the phone, the first conversation with Neesha, what wasn't working in your business back then, or what was it that you really wanted to achieve when you had that conversation with Tristan?
Because you set out to save the world, but the world wasn't saving you.
No.
Yes.
You were doing it. I remember it was real hard. So maybe just share your
that
journey with our followers here.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to relate. So by the way, guys, if you just joined us, click like. Say hey.
Type in hey.
We need to get to 60 likes on this to keep Anthony happy. So start smashing the like button. Hi to IGTV. I've got to make sure I remember to say hi to you guys. Thank you for watching.
All right.
Right.
Cast your mind back.
Back then, when I was my first conversation with you, Tristan, I was probably running my business for about 4 years, 4 or 5 years. And I was working in the public hospital to pay for my business. So when I first started, I didn't have the finances. I was working in a public hospital. So I was working 2 jobs to fund my private hobby of saving the world. And literally, it was growing, but, I wasn't getting paid. I didn't have a salary.
That's kind of an important thing.
Yeah. So, I was just, naively thinking I'm going to go save the world.
Yeah.
And I worked full-time, 2 jobs to pay for this, private practice I was growing. And it was growing, but it got to the point where it was growing and I was ending up doing more hours, and I was working 7 days a week.
Wow.
And it got to the point where, I really had too much in my hands, and I didn't have enough time, and it was just really spiraling out of control. And I thought, and I had gotten married, and I had babies, and I just thought, at that point,
and you wanted to stay married, obviously.
Yes, obviously, stay married. And, at that point, I was really faced with the fact that, oh my God, I was trying to dig myself out of this hole, and I was getting nowhere.
Wow.
Nowhere.
Wow.
And I was really looking and going, oh my God, my son's going to go to school in 2 years' time, and I cannot be there to do school drop-off or pick-up. Yeah. It was that bad. I'm like, how am I going to do this? I can't do this. So I thought, I really need help.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm glad that you reached out for that help. So I'm just going to draw attention to a couple of things you said there. You were growing, but by spending more time, you're up to 7 days per week. You were helping people, but you weren't getting paid for it, and you weren't able to spend time with your family, and you're looking down the prospect of not being able to be as involved in your boys' lives as you wanted, and you had a very supportive husband, which you still do. John is a legend. But
if you're listening to this.
Yeah, it was definitely putting pressure on him too.
Yeah.
So that's why we were chatting. So I'm glad we did chat. So Sarah, can you hit me with my next one?
I know your boys are listening to this in the car too.
Yes, they hear this.
Let's give them a shout out. Hey guys.
Hi. Hey guys.
Thank you so much for listening and following us all the time. Neesha was saying that you guys.
We're going to employ your boys. When they're ready, they're coming to work.
They're going to be rock stars.
Right mindset.
Yeah. They're going to be running this business with us.
They really will be. All right. Well, let's fast forwards now. Business ownership, it is tough. It is tough really growing a business, systemizing it, then actually managing and hiring a team as well. So let's cut to it really. What are some of the biggest challenges that you faced that you came up against before meeting with us? I know you were starting your business and you're working all these crazy hours. What were the biggest challenges you came up when growing your business as well?
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest challenges it was growing in spite of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was, by word of mouth, it was growing. It was in spite of whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
And it was actually overtaking every bit of me. I was drowning in it. I was literally drowning in it.
It was dependent on you.
It was dependent on me.
Didn't have control of the growth strategy.
No idea what I was doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was clinically probably doing good things.
Yeah,
of course. Always.
But in terms of business, I had no clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I realized it's going to keep growing and I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a challenge. So it was growing, but you didn't know what was making it grow.
No.
And as a result, you felt out of control and potentially kind of nervous about what may happen.
Absolutely.
And it was taking your time up as well.
Absolutely.
So if we break that down, it was number one, didn't know what to do in order to grow. It was too dependent on you. And you were nervous and concerned about the future.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So that was obviously affecting your business. Can I ask you more of a personal question? Because we're in the trust tree here.
Yeah.
So when you're when you're faced with lack of certainty and you're exhausted and you don't know what's going to happen, how much brain space was that occupying outside of work, if you don't mind me asking? I've already asked it, so it's too late now.
It was occupying every bit of my
Wow.
brain space. I literally, I don't know how my kids even survived.
And thrived.
Well,
And my poor husband, I didn't murder the kids because when I was, I'm telling you, I had babies who didn't sleep. And I wanted to get work done. And, I went back to work a month after my babies were born. Each time, a month right back after, and I was working part-time trying to, still, breastfeed, do everything that you have to do for a baby. And I'm like, they didn't sleep when I want them to sleep. I need to do this. And, my husband was fortunate to come home and not find dead bodies on the floor. That was about how bad it got, right?
Wow.
I was surviving, barely by the thread of everything.
Well, I'm glad things are very different
It's a lot different now, yes.
You're hanging out with us. You get the day off, taking the day off tomorrow. We're just doing business chat,
Yeah, while your business is running, while you've got Ian back there.
Absolutely.
Amy, if you guys are watching.
Taking that cash for you.
And Kelly.
And Kelly, you guys are killing it. If you guys are watching, type in hi. But I hope you guys are working.
If you're watching, get back to work, damn it. You watch this at 11 p.m. when you clock off. No, I'm just kidding. 12 p.m. No, midnight. So
actually, I was scrolling on my phone just before and I saw Ian on the live video.
Yep.
While you're here, he's out there doing his live video. So
Absolutely.
cool.
Absolutely.
He's really good on camera.
Yeah.
He is.
That's what happens when you're very handsome,
He is.
charismatic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's really good. So what I'd like to know, what's the best part about business now? What do you most enjoy about your business now? Now you've got a team, it's bigger than you. We're at $564K per annum. That's right, $564,000 per year, every single year, because it's systemized. What do you love the most about your business now?
I think I love the fact that I have a great team.
Yes.
And that, we execute things and things roll and we make a bigger difference. We've got more families we're making difference to.
Yeah.
And,
helping more families.
Helping more families.
It's
But,
awesome.
it's great to not just know that you're helping your clients, but you're also helping your staff. And
Yeah.
everyone is actually growing in their own space. And
Yes.
that's just amazing. That's just fantastic. We love what we do.
Yeah.
And then we actually
shows.
Get paid for what we do too.
How cool is that?
That's just bonus, right?
And you're saving the world.
I'm saving the world and getting paid and enjoying it, having a great laugh, while we're doing it. So it's really great.
Skip that one, please, Sarah. All right. So I'd like to know, like now we are in control. How differently do you think about the future now? Now you've got the direction, the tools, and the support of our tribe. How differently do you feel about the future? Whereas beforehand you were nervous and concerned about it, it's occupying your brain space all the time. How different do you feel? How do you feel differently about the future now?
I'm excited. I know that the future, we are going to just grow bigger and bigger, and we'll make bigger and bigger impacts. We're going to leave a legacy for the families that we see, but also the professionals that will come into our business.
Yes.
So, and for their families. So, it's great. I know that there is a systematic way to go, and we'll grow, and it's easy.
Yeah.
Right? Well,
It's
simple.
It's thank you.
Yes.
In this chat before,
we were talking about this.
We were having this chat before over coffee, and you said, "Hey Tristan, I get it. Business is easy, isn't it?" Oh, hang on, and then you correct yourself. And you said, "It's like I always say, it's simple. But it's not easy. And it's not easy because it's like all these emotional distractions going on, and then we second guessing, and like we're the same. Like we're in business, and like we'll say, business is simple, but it's not easy because of the illogical emotional parts that take us off track. But if you just follow a framework, then it is simple and the results come and you feel so much more in control.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
oh wow, I didn't see this question. I snuck this one in.
I love this question. I always love asking this of people. So Neesha, how would you describe Tristan?
Oh, how would I describe Tristan? You need a whole episode. He's amazing.
It's the right answer.
Hand on heart, the best business coach ever in the world.
Oh yes.
For healthcare practices, but also amazing person.
Oh, thank you, Neesha.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I cannot imagine life if I never had that conversation with you. So, you're amazing.
It's very kind.
You're the turning point in my business and in my life.
Wow.
And my kids are on a different trajectory because of that.
Yeah, and they're going to come work for me too.
Yes,
no, I'm just kidding.
We're going to hire them. We would love for you guys to come and work with us. But yes, so
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neesha.
I always get nervous when that gets asked. For like that was perfect. Thank you so much for making me feel good. We love what we do.
Absolutely.
And it's only
possible to have
like
amazing clients that we get to work with, and you get to hang out with us on the couch. But there is a lot of people out there who make all these other business coaches, other people setting up coaching. It's like a whole phase, a fad these days.
Everybody wants to become a coach right now.
The entrepreneurship movement. So everyone out there is setting up coaching businesses as well, Neesha. So
God bless them.
What I would love to know is what made you choose Tristan and Practice Acceleration when there's all these other coaching programs that you can join. What really stood out to you?
I think having the same core values, right? Mm-hmm. So I actually, have gone to one other business coach before I met you.
Yeah. And
just the way he spoke, his core values didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, and a lot of people we do work with have worked with other coaches before. Yeah. So it's really important to actually bring that up. But we're very unique in the way, so some people are attracted to us, some people not so much. Yeah. So what was it about us that really sat well with you?
I think you care. You genuinely care what you do. And you're great at what you do.
Thank you.
And you have heart in what you do. And you've got a great, amazing team.
We do.
Who actually care about what you do. You've got systems and, you're innovative. This is what I think is differential to everything else. You don't become internationally a business coach without actually having good substance. You walk the walk, Yeah. People talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
Yeah.
And I have seen you explode, and I explode because you explode, and you innovate faster than those can imitate. So, we're not afraid of competition. That's one thing you taught me.
I enjoy competition.
Love it, because you know what? We will be lifted higher.
Yeah.
And it's only possible when you have an amazing leader in yourself, right? So if you're that's what's different. I think you don't find that. People are not genuinely as good as what they say they are. That's where I think, and you've got proven systems.
We do.
And you've tested it before you gave it to us. That's the difference.
And I've made more mistakes than all of my clients combined, so hopefully you guys don't make the same mistakes. So I really appreciate you saying that. We've talked about a little bit about like improvement in business numbers, and I just want to be really clear to everyone watching, like, in order for you to get more, it's first of all about becoming more and then contributing more. And then you obviously get paid more, but it's a focus on how do I become more so I can actually contribute more.
Absolutely.
We get paid on directly proportionate to the value we bring to the market. Neesha is up $564,000 per annum, which is just extraordinary. So congratulations to you. Like, that's absolutely amazing.
And we're going to smash the record again next year, right?
You are.
Big goals.
The growth is just like, you're on a growth tear, but you're on a growth tear year on year on. It's just constant because you execute so well. So when people watch this, that haven't, obviously, if they're not working with us right now, you guys should do something about that, by the way. It's pretty fair to say you've made a pretty strong return on investment. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
I think $564,000 per annum is that's a fair return on investment, but also kudos to you. Like, you've done the work. We guarantee a 5 times ROI on our program, but that's because we strictly interview people so hard to go, is this person actually going to take the action that they say they're going to do? And when they do, here's the byproduct right here. Absolutely. Neesha the legend. So I've got one more question, but I'd like for you to ask it, Sarah, if that's okay.
All right, sure. I love this question. So what is it that you love about the program? I know there's a lot of different things, but maybe let's boil it down to the top 3 things, Neesha, that you love about our program.
The top 3 things. So I think that one is the direction, the clarity that you get in this program.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know where I was heading. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't know what I was doing right. You gave me clarity and direction. And the amazing thing is that you keep helping me grow. Yes. And so my direction and my goals keep growing.
And we will continue to do so.
That's right. So, you just keep being pushed.
Yeah.
The second thing I would think, it's the done for you campaigns and all the templates, and it's literally a roadmap. All I had to do was just follow it, and that's simple. That's why it's simple. If I just execute, it will come. And those are proven strategies.
Yes.
The third thing I think is the support.
Yeah.
Because business is lonely. If you're out there and you're like, you can't talk to no one about your business. It's true. Business is lonely.
It is lonely.
It is a cruel world.
Yeah.
But to have a tribe, not just, amazing people behind you. And as you always say, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. And so I hang out with amazing people.
Yeah,
so
you hang out with like really successful people that want you to win.
That's right. And that's very rare, right?
Yeah.
That want you to win, that celebrate your win, and that we have a tribe. And that's what's unique about this program. I think there's a tribe.
I'll tell you something interesting. So I caught up with a business colleague this week. He was a really good friend of Michael Bishop's, who and we caught up, and he was going through statistics for Sarah and I for something we're working on. And he's like, "Man, I just wanted to say, because you must hear this all the time, but I just want to say congratulations on how successful you guys are." And I said, "Well, actually, nobody ever says that to me." But I was like, "Thank you so much." Because when you're in a tribe like ours, we've got people supporting you every single day, and it really makes a difference. So people go, "Hey, you're doing great. Let's do more of that." It makes success contagious, and you just want more of it. But outside there in the real world, the truth is, people don't want you to win. They genuinely don't. Because if you're not winning, they don't have to change. And people in your life get something out of holding you back. They genuinely do. Yeah. And I don't say that to be obnoxious, but that's just the truth. But inside our group, we don't just expect success, we demand it, and we push you because we know how different your life will be when you do it.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad you like that in our program too.
Love it.
It's our family, it's our life. So
we're obsessed.
All our members.
We really do, and I'm excited to hang out with everyone tomorrow.
The
workshop,
and dinner
tonight.
My favourite restaurant too, Orzo's. Big shout out to Orzo's on Kensington Road. Amazing.
Tristan's favourite. Well, we're almost about to wrap it up, but I've got one more question for you, Neesha.
Yes.
So what would you say to someone if they're in your shoes, think back to that time, if they're someone who's serious about growing their practice, what would you say to them?
I actually get asked this. People go,
I know you do.
What do you think about Tristan Bond and
you say
Acceleration?
So you know what? I think he's really cool.
I said there's no doubt that he's the best. But the question you ask yourself, if you're sitting on that fence, about growing your practice, I actually say to them, you must first know very clearly what your decision is. Are you sick of where you are? Where do you want to go from here?
Yeah.
You must first make that decision. Then you need to ask yourself, are you determined enough to make that change? Do you have that change mindset to grow? Because this is what will happen to you. Are you, really disciplined enough to execute?
Yes.
Because that's what you get. You get all
you've got to
the
be an action
strategies,
taker.
But are you disciplined enough to execute? Because if you're not, this is probably not your alley.
That's right. You wouldn't get through the interview.
Yeah. And then I think,
since we've been in this podcast, Anthony has interviewed 2 people in between
He's just
scenes.
walking
back and we call it triaging.
Oh, there he goes again.
There he is. Number 3,
Anthony.
just triage 3 people who are applying for the program. Yeah. We get 106 on average applications. Is it 106 at the moment, Anthony, per week? 106 per week applications per week. His job as the gatekeeper is to say, no, we're not willing to put our 5 times guarantee on the line if you're not going to execute.
Absolutely.
So we only work with action takers.
Absolutely. And if you're diligent enough to execute, you will be a success.
Yeah. If your life matters, you'll win.
Yeah, that's right. And there's no question about that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So if they're thinking about it, they're ready to make a change, should they get in touch?
Of course. Pick up the phone. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
You could PM, you could DM. I'm like,
Instagram,
do it all, we will get back to you. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Do it on the
Do
ground.
it now.
All right.
This has been so much fun.
It's been a ton of fun. So, you guys, if you're looking for results like the fabulous Neesha, what should they do, Sarah?
Yeah, you can head on over. We're going to pop in the link, Anthony. While he's in between calls, he's going to pop in the link for you guys. You can head on over to practiceacceleration.com/apply. Or if you have any questions about Neesha's journey, jump in,
DM,
pop it in the
DM, Instagramables.
all of those things, and we'll get back to you.
Get in touch, guys. Thank you so much for listening. But most importantly, Neesha, congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
Yes.
Like, amazing. Like you are exactly the person we love working with, and this is why we do what we do. So thank you for the opportunity to help you.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us to share your story.
Yes, and if you do apply, then you could soon be hanging out with us.
That's right.
On the couch.
Yeah, that's right. Damn straight. Guys, thank you so much for listening.
All right.
We'll see you in next week's episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye for now.
Bye.